Now, moving away into one of the most talked about topics for Gen AI in terms of trust, in terms of bias, in terms of security, and using our own frameworks that we have in Deloitte. How do you believe that we will bring all of these things together in terms of servicing our clients and also keeping these in mind while talking about the whole aspect of trust as far as AI is concerned?
Trustworthiness is probably one of the most critical topics that gets discussed in the boardroom of many of our clients, and frankly, even in the boardroom of Deloitte and the various practices that we have across the Deloitte network. And it's all kind of based on the fact that if you go to what generative AI is about, generative AI is not just yet another technological revolution. At the end of the day, generative AI is frankly starting to mimic and replicate human cognitive functions. The cognitive trait and ability with respect to writing, speech, imagination or creativity, and logic. Every one of those cognitive traits is starting to get replicated, aka generated. When that starts happening, we have to essentially build the necessary scaffolding of trust. We have to put the guardrails in place beyond what we would have in the context of just a technological kind of revolution, and the program has to be governed because you are replicating the human mind. You are literally building up a digital workforce that aids and augments the human workforce. You are augmenting the human endeavor. And if you're augmenting the human endeavor, you're aiding the human effort and you're replicating the cognitive traits. We need to make sure that what is being replicated, what is being generated, what is being predicted, and what is being stated with accuracy is based on the foundation of trust. It's based on the foundation of assurance. It's based on the foundation of risk mitigation, and it's based on the foundation of governance. That's why this is so topical in boardrooms.
Absolutely, and I think, Nitin, as we are progressing towards implementation, I think all of these concepts are going to become very, very important to gain the trust of everybody, the clients, the people, and also the governments, wherever we are working with. Now, moving forward in terms of future, how do you see the future of generative AI? How do you see this having a significant impact, not only for the clients that we service, but also the economy as a whole?
I would say that generative AI is definitely going to have a profound impact on economies at large, society for sure, as well as businesses of every nature. Some of the use cases that we discussed and explored at the start of this conversation are only at the tip of the iceberg. Imagine what essentially can be done as these models become more and more proficient, accurate, and have much better capabilities that they even have today. When you are literally generating every form of human endeavor, from writing to speech to creativity to logic, and very soon autonomous actions, the possibilities are endless. The possibilities are endless for business. The possibilities are endless for an economy. And those possibilities are based on quantum leaps in productivity. Those possibilities are based on massive acceleration in terms of bringing new ideas, new products, new services, and new citizen outreach type of capabilities by governments at a much faster pace and in an accelerated manner that we have never ever seen. As well as those possibilities are absolutely endless when it kind of comes to all the new forms of economic growth that could be generated that are still unfathomable. And beyond just mere words, I'll kind of paint this as a picture to kind of leave it as a thought for the audience. The best analogy of generative AI and what we are seeing, it's not the mainframe or the PC or the internet or the mobile computing or the cloud kind of technological evolution or revolutions that we saw. The best analogy is what happened more than 200 years back with respect to the steam engine. The steam engine literally discontinued the usage of human and draft animal muscle power to produce energy. Because it discontinued its usage to produce energy and introduced a machine as the means to produce energy, it essentially was the catalyst to the Industrial Revolution. It revolutionized society and economies of those times. The same is happening with generative AI. It's a discontinuity in the fact that all the cognitive traits that I mentioned are no longer just the prerogative of the human species or the Homo sapien kind of species, but rather it's transcending into machines. And when it starts transcending into machines, the world is essentially kind of boundless in terms of all the opportunities that can be accorded if we tap it the right way, if we apply it in a thoughtful manner, and if we build the scaffolding of trust.
Fantastic, Nitin, and I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation and all the insights, and I'm sure everyone here, Deloitte in India, enjoys as well. And thanks very much for your time once again. Thank you.
Thank you.